Don't worry, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, my baby crying. Why?
No, your baby's not fine, she's fine.
Why me, Amanda?
Nades and Priya were both on safe haven visas. The encouragement was for those people to go into rural towns and to gain employment in rural locations, and that's exactly what they did. Nades and Priya were incredibly valued by this community. Nades was just such a hard worker, and Priya did exactly the same for local doctors who helped her with her medical issues. She would cook them curries. They wanted to be part of the community, and they became part of the community.
Priya, a Tamil woman, she saw her fiancé being burnt alive by the Sri Lankan armed forces. Nades, he was also involved in the war, fled Sri Lanka on a boat and came to Australia. I strongly believe that if Priya and Nades are deported back to Sri Lanka, they will be in danger.
We have extremely grave concerns about what those girls' future would be and if they would even have a future. They were allowed into the country and they were allowed to live in our community for close to 4 years before they were snatched away.
It was a Monday morning at 5:30. Priya got up to feed Tarunika, and the Border Force officers stormed into the house.
In a blink of an eye, they were told to pack your bags.
The Border Force took them from the house, handed them over to Circle guards who were waiting outside. They couldn't even change children's clothes.
The girls were put in a van of their own, and then Nades and Priya in another van.
Why does that occur in a way as if that family were criminals or drug dealers? Why are there 5 or 6 adults? Why does it happen in the middle of the night with no warning? Why are the children separated and their parents not allowed to explain to them or change them or make sure they're comfortable?
Tarunika was only 9 months old and Gobika was 2 years old. They were constantly crying. Priya later told me that from their home to Gladstone Airport, the guards wouldn't even let her hold the baby. From that morning till about 2:30 the next morning, Gobika and Tarunika had not eaten anything. They were not given any food by the guards.
We breached our duty of care to ensure that children are protected. Under no circumstances should those children be removed from their parents. I know for a fact that as a child myself, the only hope I had was my parents, is the protection of my mum and dad. I never thought that in my whole life I would sit here and look at and compare the living conditions of these detention centres to detention centres in Iran.